Hi everyone, this is Jay, and this is my take on this year's Halloween makeup. It's a white, gothic, vampirish look. To see how I achieve this look, please keep on watching. So this will be the only time I'm using a black backdrop, and I'm wearing a PJ that my mom got for me. It's kinda cute, isn't it? I'm gonna use a lens called Vampire Red from Olens, and as you can see, it has a very great color payoff. I know this is not the best excuse, but I was experiencing the worst skin day of the past few weeks, so I tried to put some light concealer on top of my foundation in order to both conceal my skin problems and to lighten up my color. I usually use a foundation that is perfect for my skin, a little bit darker, so I tried to put on the light concealer on the top to make my skin look more pale since I'm gonna wear a white wig later on. Since I'm doing a special makeup today and I want to make my base look okay throughout the whole time, I'm putting on lots of powder in order to secure my foundation in place. In order to make my skin look more pale, I'm putting on some lavender blush from a Hue to give that flushed yet pale complexion. And yes, I did my brows off camera. Next, I'm going to contour my nose. I'm using the BS Last Blush in the color Peanut Blossom and Almond Blossom to emphasize my nose. First, I'm following my natural nose bridge, which barely exists, obviously, and try to make them look more sunken in. I always like to contour the end of my nose as well, since right now I'm trying to make my nose look very narrow and very sharp. Without contouring the edge of my nose, it will look like my nose is literally drooping off, and we don't want any of that. Since we're doing a special makeup, I'm going to really emphasize my nose in order to make them ideal for a vampire, I guess. I know it looks a little bit strong and a little bit weird right now, but believe me, after all the makeup is done, it's going to look okay. Next, let's move on to the eye. I'm using the color Charms from Storybook Cosmetics Wizardry and Witchcraft eyeshadow palette. Charms is a very lightish pink color that can give me the flush that I need on my eye. I'm going to use this color as my base shadow and get the hollows of my eyes as well in order to get that basic shape. I usually never do this, but I'm going to bring the color down to my under eyelash line as well in order to give that reddish glow for the vampire look. Next, I'm using the color Broomstick from the same palette, which is a warm brown color, in order to make a wing shape on the outer edge of my eyes. I'm using the Huda Beauty's Mauve Obsession palette in the color red to fill in that empty part of my lid. I want this eye makeup to look very red so I can bring out that vampire-ish feeling. Vampire-ish. Next, I'm using a very sharp and angled brush to bring down the same color to the under eyelash line as well. I'm using a purplish burgundy-ish color from the same palette to fill in my double eyelid line. I'm going to use a pinkish, whitish, silverish, double chrome color from the same palette to fill in my inner corner. This is a very pretty color that really lights up the whole makeup, so it's actually one of my everyday makeup routine as well. To really define the whole makeup, I'm using the color Eclipse from Violet Voss's Rainbow Palette to fill in my double eyelid line one more time. I love this palette, but this color has so much fallouts, and we don't want that. Phew. So I cleaned up my face again, and I'm using a lip product from Mamonde. It's a hot pink color, but I don't remember what the name is, or when I bought it, or why I bought it. But the color itself is not that bad, it's kind of pretty, but I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. I'm not sure if they're even still selling this. And anyway, I'm using this color as a base color. This is actually one of the first makeup that I ever bought. It's Amelia's lipstick from in color Vampire, and it actually looks like real blood when you clump it up. So I'm using a cotton rod to give that actual blood feeling. This product is actually very good for this kind of makeup, so if you have one, it's going to be really helpful. And that's all the makeup. Yay! So this is my final outlook. I have to say this is not one of my best makeup or my best concept, but I wanted to try something pretty for this Halloween, not some zombies that I always used to do, and I had lots of fun doing it. Well, I kind of forgot to film this part, but I used Amelia's lipstick to achieve that bloody looking feeling. I also had a pair of fangs, but that didn't work out because they wouldn't stick on my teeth. Well, anyway, Halloween is one of my favorite time of the year, and I hope you have a wonderful time too. Thank you for watching me making all these faces. Happy Halloween! Bye!